Hey chat, do you ever buy an LPS or receive a trade and the condition of the LPS ends up being so jacked? Oh my god. Don't worry, I bought that short hair like that, by the way, for $5. It was a steal because I knew that I could fix it up. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how I restore LPS, and I think I'm pretty damn good at it. Like, here's an example of a before and after of the restoration I did with this LPS. It looks so good. You can't even lie to me. I did such a good job. Okay. Let's get started. Okay, here are some test subjects for today's video. And of course, first up, we have this short hair with this Sharpie makeup look. Then we have this fox with the Sharpie eyeliner. We have this collie with paint scuffs, and also this short hair with, again, initials on the back of her head, unfortunately. Although this is basically a how-to video, please proceed with your own caution. We're starting off with a magic eraser. Just add a little bit of water. You don't need to have it soaking. You can dip it into some water. I'm just using a pipette. And this is used to do basic cleaning. It can also remove some paint scuff marks and things like that. But be careful because too much of anything in this video can remove paint. It's just a little bit stronger than a Lysol wipe, and personally, I prefer this over LPS soup when you wash your LPS in the sink or something with some soap and water, because that is the perfect equation for neck peg rust. You can definitely see the difference here though. I love using a magic eraser. And then here's a little demonstration of what I mentioned, that it can remove slight scuff paint marks and things like that. This one just completely went away. You can even see the nastiness that soaked into the sponge. Oh, here's even more nastiness after cleaning quite a few LPS. Ew. The safest way to remove stains is to use hydrogen peroxide, otherwise found in 40 volume hair developer. You're also going to need an applicator for that, so Q-tip or paintbrush, but a paintbrush will be more precise. You'll need either a sunny area in your home, such as a windowsill, or a UV lamp. And either a clear plastic wrap or Ziploc bag. This is really important though, so please listen up. It's really common to use any generic 10% benzoyl peroxide acne cleanser to remove stains from your LPS, but it's so dangerous for them. It's dangerous in the sense of bleaching. So here's an example from Melly Cakes on TikTok. Benzoyl peroxide is very sensitive to blue and purple colors. I still use it, just not on any blue or purple areas, so please be very cautious about this if you do decide to use it. Especially because it is said that any benzoyl peroxide solution will stay in the plastic of your LPS and slowly bleach your LPS over time. I have not had this issue, I know others haven't had this issue, but there's still the possibility, and you might be that very unlucky person. So I'm starting off lightly with the 40 vol developer, and I am just gooping it on. Go ahead and goop it on. I highly suggest wearing gloves because 40 vol developer can cause chemical burns on your skin. I didn't wear any gloves though because low-key I'm a pro. Then I prefer to trap them in a Ziploc bag rather than covering them with plastic wrap. And then you can set them in direct sunlight now, such as in your windowsill, but I'm using this box lined with foil to trap in all the light from my UV lamp. Now I use a UV lamp because that is going to give me constant UV rays for as long as I want the chemical treatment to go for. And with sunlight, you have to work with the daytime hours, obviously, so once the sun goes down, the chemical treatment is no longer active. You have to wait for that sun to come back up to get to cooking again. The sunlight still works, it's just going to be a bit longer of a process, so if you're impatient or you have a lot of stains to get through, I would suggest investing in a UV lamp. And I'll pin a comment to my Amazon storefront, which will have a list of all the products I've used in this video, and it'll just be a really helpful checklist for you. Now, this is a really lengthy process, so I usually set a timer and check on it every few hours, but this could take upwards from 3 days to a week, maybe even more. It's going to depend on the severity of the stain. Oh, and the reason for the Ziploc bag or plastic wrap is because the solution is only active while it is still wet, so we're trapping all that condensation in there. Being that the solution is only active while it's wet, I reapply it every time that I notice that it's dry, or I just reapply it every time I go and check on it. So I'll wipe off the old solution with just a damp paper towel, and then I'll reapply it and start the process over again. It's very repetitive. I'm not even gonna lie though, like, I be leaving it on overnight. I know I said to check it every few hours, but that's for your sake. Alright, so honestly, it's been about, it's been way over than 2 hours, maybe close to 4, and it's not really lifting that well. Like, this has not budged at all. So I am going to go in and try a little bit of acne cleanser. Again, it has to be benzoyl peroxide. So this is definitely a test as you go process because every situation is going to be different. I'm adding a little bit of water to the acne cream to make it a little bit more pasty. And then of course with this solution we're going to want to avoid using it on cool toned LPS, cool toned paint, eyes, all of that. And here are the results after a day. It lifted a lot more with the benzoyl peroxide because that is stronger but also more dangerous. Here's a side-by-side comparison of the before and after so far. This is the result after another day, but I did switch back to 40 vol. So yeah, this is what 3.5 days of the treatment process did to this LPS. It's all gone. She looks so much better, bro. This LPS is also all better. No more Sharpie eyelashes. On this one, I only use the 40 vol developer, but you can see that there's a slight discoloration on the back of her head, which is not that bad, I guess. Unfortunate, but I'd rather have that patch of discoloration than a big initial. And I'm gonna try to patch it up, but we'll see. And then this short hair is just going to take a little bit more work. You can slightly still see the initials on her head, but we're getting there. Moving on to the painting part of this restoration. This is the subject, the test subject for us today. You know, it's different with each pet in restoring paint, but thanks to Enderlight LPS on Instagram, this color is the perfect match for the Nintendo Collie. By the way, asking questions and getting in touch with the community definitely helps with your restoration process, just saying. Very, very teeny tiny paintbrushes, detail brushes also help with restoring and customizing. So now I'm just taking this paint mixed in with a few drops of water and we're doing very light layers to keep the smoothness of the paint. And then I'm just filling in other missing paint spots. Now I'm going to do my best to attempt to color match for the missing nose paint. Honestly, I think color matching might be the biggest problem that you stumble upon. For me, I'm just so very glad that I took a color theory class in my uni days because that definitely helped me out a lot. So here is the result of my color matching. I think I did pretty good. You also have to keep in mind that acrylic paint does dry a little bit darker than while it's wet. And since that accent color has a little bit of a sheen to it, I am mixing in satin varnish. Older generation LPS are typically more matte, so with this LPS I did mix in matte varnish for the paint touch-ups. And then I'm just building up very light layers until I get the desired color. And here's a before and after. She looks so good. Oh my god, I was not expecting that turnout. She does have this splotch of paint on the side of her face though. It looks like the previous owner may have tried to do a little touch up. As fabulous as this turned out, I would definitely recommend practicing restoration on common LPS before you try to do it on a rare and expensive LPS. Please, I'm trying to save you. That was like a lot of information. So if you have any questions, comment them down below. I'm going to do my best to fill you in. But also, if you have any tips or tricks, definitely comment them down below as well because I could learn from them. Everyone else can learn from them. But yeah, that was it. Thank you so much for watching. Okay. Mwah. Love you. Bye.